Hey guys, it's Lord here, back in with another overview, and today we're going to be talking about the Mythic Legions All-Stars 4.0, brought to us by the fine folks over at Horsemen Studios. That's right! We finally finished taking a look at all these awesome figures, and now we're going to talk about the whole wave in its entirety. So, starting off with the first one I reviewed, got Tibius. My favorite of this wave, quite possibly one of my favorite legions I have now. I'm just super happy to have that figure. He's really cool. He comes with 2 swords, 2 knives, a different belt piece to hold said knives, and a tattered and torn cape that is really easy to put on the figure. I can't stress that enough. Some of the capes in this line, a bit of a pain in the butt. His? Not so much. Very much appreciated though. So I love that figure. Perfect figure. Dang near perfect figure. Love the kind of weathered and dirty paint apps he's got going on too. That gives him an aged look that just looks friggin' awesome. But moving on from him, we have Mr. Scaphoid, the toxic or poison skeleton. Again, I'd really like to just see him spit on somebody and melt their face off. I find that amusing for whatever reason. But he is my second favorite of this wave. I like Tibius the most because he's a standard color skeleton, but these crazy, wacky colored skeletons are no slouch either. And this is the first one I've really gotten that's kind of crazy neon colors. I don't have Clavian, I don't have Celtis. I have Hagnon, but I don't know if he really counts. This is the first of the kind of 3-color crazy skeletons that I have. And I gotta say, this one is really freaking cool. I love the kind of green dry brush they gave him to make it look like he crawled out of a toxic waste dump. He looks really freaking cool, man. Love that figure. Kind of wish his shield had the Necronominus emblem in green on it, maybe. Seems a bit plain. But other than that, a dang near perfect figure. Really love that figure. Next up, we have Vetus or Vetus, the guy who almost landed in the last All-Stars wave, which I'm going to say the last All-Stars wave was a little bit better for me personally because it had more of the stuff I like in it. This has a little bit more variety. Not just stuff I like, but stuff most people like. Different people like, I should say. And Vetus is definitely one of those characters. He's the twin brother to Pixis, so if you wanted to make Pixis before he was, in battle, you can totally do that with this guy. Was half tempted to do that, but I don't have an extra Pixis to do that with, so I just chose to pass on that. But that said, he's a really cool figure. Not one of my top favorite figures. He's pretty plain, again, but, you know, he falls into that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here? That first initial wave of Legion's figures he was a part of, where they didn't come with the most unique accessories or hardly as many as they normally do nowadays. Like the Aether wave's a good example of that. You get a lot more accessories now than you did back then, mostly because the Horsemen have been doing this line for so long, they're able to apply more budget towards the standard releases, these $30, $40 releases. They're able to throw more stuff in the box, give you a bit more bang for your buck. This is back when it was fresh and new. It wasn't out yet, so they had a limited parts library. But of course, with every line they've expanded. We got all kinds of new parts. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a more unique looking Vetus at some point. He seems to be a pivotal character in the story. And really, I would like one that's a little bit more personal. I'd like to see one with like a shoulder pad and a cape and maybe a bare-chested version. I don't know. Something a little bit more unique. That said, he was number 5 in the previous All-Stars poll. So obviously enough people wanted him this time to warrant him getting a spot here. But after that, we got Sir Owen, who's kind of the odd man out. I like the figure, but I'm not in love with it. I bought it anyways, though, so what does that tell you? I like it, again, but I'm not in love with it. I think it's a nice figure and all, but I'm kind of indifferent towards the Order of Aetheron right now because, well, I don't have a lot of those. I got him and I got Delphina of Aetheros. not really much to talk about there. I need some more characters from this faction to really appreciate the knight characters more. These knight characters. I have a few from Leodicius, but the factions I got the most from, I probably have the most from Erethyr, the Legion of Erethyr, to be honest with you. But Leodicius, the Noble Bear, Necronominus, Ilithia's Brood, and what's the other one? I would say Sons of the Red Star, but I don't really have a lot for them either. I guess Ilithia's Brood, Necronominus, Noble Bear, Leodicius, and Erethyr, the factions I got the most figures from right now, or coming in, or whatnot, whatever you want to call it. So Sir Owain's kind of going to be like a lone wolf on my shelf for a while, until I get some more of those guys, which I think they're going to put more out in the Necronominus wave. I think that's what's going to go down there. Maybe we'll get an alive version of Hagnon, you know, one before he's... Or maybe even a variant of Sir Gideon Heavensbrand, which is a character I would like to have. Or even Gwendolyn Heavensbrand. I don't know. I'd like some more characters from this faction so I can appreciate this figure a little more. He's cool as he is, but he is very, very basic. Part of that first initial wave, so he doesn't come with the most unique accessories. He's kind of plain. But it is kind of cool that they named him after somebody who used to do work for them. I believe his name is Owen, so that's pretty cool. Moving on from him, though. Oh, and by the way, he was, like, in the bottom 5 for the last All-Stars poll, so kind of surprised to see him here, but I guess maybe it's because people want some Silver Knights, and he almost fits the bill. Almost. But moving on from him, we have the first of the two PowerCon first-to-market exclusives, Mephitor. That's right, the Stinkor homage figure. Cool figure. I dig him. I might not have put him on a Goblin body. I would have maybe put him on a Dwarf body or just a regular 1.0 body because that's how the Motu guys are generally built. But I think this is a cool idea. And I appreciate the fact that the crossbow can actually fit on the... whatchamacallit there, the little belt loop on the back. That's pretty nifty. I might have to do that with my Delphina and give her her crossbow. We'll see about that. But with that being said, this guy also comes with an alternate head. He comes with a Shadow Goblin head. So if you wanted to use that, you totally could and have a completely new race. Forgot to mention that Scaphoid and Tibius come with alt heads, but they're just the standard skeleton heads. Nothing unique, nothing really new there. Tibius does have that cool baseball/racing stripe tattoo stuff going on his face there, so that makes him a little bit more unique. But as far as Mephitor goes, I think he came out really good. I had low expectations for that figure. I thought he was cool, but I didn't think he was all that in a bag of chips. I don't have Thistlethorn. That figure didn't really appeal to me at the time, but of course I want it now because I got a bunch of Xylona's Flock guys coming. Of course. But yeah, I think of the wave, he's the better of the two PowerCon exclusives, and I hate saying that because now we have to talk about Bryophytus. God dang it, Bryophytus. As you can see, he is in the box in the back there. I'll actually tilt the camera up so you can see him a little better. And the reason he's in his box is because damn it if that figure ain't messy. That thing shed like a son of a gun, and I actually still have flock shavings that need to get cleaned off my floor. It sucks, dude. It really sucks, and I'm thinking that there might actually be a fix for that. If you hit him with the old hair dryer, but set it to cool so you don't screw up the glue or anything. You maybe hold him over the sink and then fill the sink with water and flush it down. You might actually get a lot of that excess flocking off, because maybe that's the problem. Because any flocking that's come off, I don't notice any bare spots on him. It just seems like he has a ton of excess. Like a ton of excess. Maybe that's all that's wrong with it. I don't know. But until I can confirm that, he is staying in the box until further notice. I love that figure. I think it's cool that they flocked an orc, and he's a liching orc, I believe. Part of Xylona's Flock, by the way, speaking of which. I really dig all that. he reminds me of a druid or a leshy from European mythology. I think it's really cool, but he's just too dang messy. And I forgot to mention in his review, he comes with the leather strap and the rubber strap for holding weapons and whatnot. I guess I have his on another figure right now. I don't remember who it is, but his strap is currently being used, so that's why I didn't have it in the video, in the full-length review. But yeah, like that figure, but it could have been a little better as far as the flocking goes. Other than that, it's fine. But now, we save the best for last. Actually, close to best. I love the skeletons too much to say that. We got the Forest Troll too, man. Love this figure. Love the Ice Troll head in green. I kind of wish we got the head in gray too to go with the Stone Troll. Maybe they'll do a head pack. They'll do the Forest Troll head in the kind of Ice Troll colors. And then they'll do the Ice Troll head in the Stone Troll colors, and they'll do the Stone Troll head in the Forest Troll colors. I think that'd be really cool. But until then, we got this, and this is freaking sweet. I love how the beard and the horns translated into these colors. I just really dig that figure, man. I wish mine wasn't jacked up. Again, mine's elbows kind of messed up. But again, shout out to Chris from Horsemen Studios, helping me try to resolve that issue. You can never go wrong with good customer service, right? As busy as they may be. So yeah, that's pretty much the wave. I love the Forest Troll. I think that's my favorite of the trolls I got right now, mostly because it has that Ice Troll head on it. But once they make the Ice Troll, I think that's going to be it, man. I think that's going to be my favorite troll. I love the sword that thing comes with. I've never had one, but I've just seen it online, and wow. But with that being said, that's pretty much the wave. That's every figure in a nutshell. We got Tibius, Scaphoid, Forest Troll, Vetus, Mephitor, Sir Owen, and Bryophytus. Ranked. I ranked Bryophytus last because he's got that flocking issue and it's driving me nuts. If he didn't have that, he'd probably be top 5. So just take that into consideration. If yours doesn't do that, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious. But yeah, that's it. That's the wave. Actually, hold on. Let me pan up to that troll quick. There you go. I didn't do that. Let me do it again. There you go. Now you can see him for sure. Hopefully you didn't see some stuff behind the scenes, but if you did, oh well. Never claim to be professional, right? So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this overview. And for those of you who don't know how the overviews work, these are videos I make for people who may not have all the time in the world to check out the individual reviews I put up for certain waves of figures. I will usually do an overview to keep things short and sweet. Hopefully this one was short and sweet. But if you are interested in checking out any of the reviews, I will try. I haven't been very good at this lately. I'll try to leave a link in the description below so you can check them all out. But if I don't, they're up on the channel. I uploaded them this past week. So check them out if you want. I have individual reviews of all these guys up. If the links aren't in the description, they are up on the channel. You can check them out at your own leisure. So that being said, as always, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you are so inclined, please hit that notification bell so you know whenever I upload more content to the channel. Got another Mythic Legions video coming your way very, very soon, as well as some PulseCon exclusive stuff and some Mochu stuff. Yeah, and maybe some more McFarlane stuff. We'll see. But as always, we got to show that algorithm who's boss, right? And if you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at Overlord Productions, and also don't forget to hit up the Mythic Legions Cabal over on Facebook and or Instagram. Join in the Mythic Legions fun, be a part of the community. Legions Con's coming in a week, G-Con's a week from today. Damn, I'm posting this Friday morning. Looking forward to that. It's going to be Poxus. I wish it was Necronominus. I wish it was Necronominus last year. What am I kidding? But with that being said, as always, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. Especially when you gotta wait so darn long for your favorite faction to get its own wave. I'm hoping G-Con next year it's Necronominus and Order of Aetheron. I really am. I need more Order of Aetheron guys, and Necronominus is my favorite faction of all time in this line. No ifs, ands, or buts. I swear if it's Noble Baron Red Star, I'm gonna be happy, but I'm gonna be like, look man, why do I gotta wait so long for my Necronominus? Why? With that being said, as always, keep the comments civil. Again, because the world sucks enough as it is. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.